It is pretty neat. I feel very blessed to have the opportunity that we've got in front of us. But we acquired about 7 acres of land that's surrounded by a few mountain ranges, and we're building a ranch. And early on, just like immediately when we bought the land, I started trimming the trees out there in the desert. I had these big boots, and because we've got rattlesnakes out there, and it was 110 degrees, and this was the summertime. I was lugging 5-gallon bottles of water out there and building little moats around the trees, mesquites primarily, and stepping over, different types of cactus, cholla, and a lot of saguaros and prickly pear. So it's a kind of a rough environment out there, but I just wanted to see this transition of the land. And as we built this ranch, I wanted to, when we moved in, have a mature landscape. And I just found that it's a massive undertaking, but in a lot of time, it's, especially during the summer months when it's 100+ degrees, you've got to water in the morning, you got to water at night, and before you have water out there, you either lug it out there, or in my case, I lugged it and I borrowed the neighbor's hose for about 6 months until we drilled a well 700 feet down and then got well water. But it's a tremendous amount. It would be easy for somebody that didn't understand my motivation to say, okay, you're a finance guy, you're a real estate guy, you're a debt guy. What are you doing spending all this time landscaping? You could hire somebody for that, right? Or you could put an irrigation system in, which we have now that we've got electricity, we've got power. And so we've put all the spaghetti tubes and the micro tubes and the headers and all of that underground. So now I attach a hose to a stub out, and I also water. But there's so much that goes on mentally for me during this time. I'm solving problems. It's just like meditation. Meditation takes on a lot of different forms. Sometimes it's total silence. Sometimes it's mantras. Sometimes it's focused on breathing, following the breath. Sometimes it's guided. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's quiet. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's walking. Sometimes there's some exercise involved. For me, the meditative part of this is that it's me with me thinking about my thinking. And people just don't tend to do that. They don't tend to take a moment, slow down, think about their thinking. I'm asking questions as well, not necessarily out loud, but it's like I learned from Deepak Chopra, who am I? What do I want? What am I grateful for? Who wants to know? All questions that are very worthwhile to ask. But if what you did was wake up and get into your email and start your day and start making phone calls, and then you're traveling and you're coming home, and if you have kids, and there's really no time in the day for this self-reflection that, in my view, makes you much, much more equipped to think about what's important and to lead a more intentional life. I'll say that again, to lead a more intentional life, because that's really what this is about. So that time is not wasted at all. It's actually serving me very well.